unusual one, this. I was up in the attic and found this open box of bits, and yeah, rather dusty, and broken things. You can see there's some anime figures in there. There's Batgirl in there, 2 scratch-built spacecraft, and a rather winceable Black Beast of Argh. So I thought what I'll do for this video is take them all out and reassemble them, and then put them back in a box, maybe. I don't know, but let's get everything out. Let's dust it all off and just see what the damage is and what needs doing to repair them. So having a rummage in the box, produced this little Gundam figure that I've made at some point. I have absolutely no memory of making that, or when I made it, or anything. Not particularly into Gundam, so I don't even know why I built it. I do know that in the late 90s, there are a lot of companies selling anime kits, and this is one of them. Again, I have absolutely no recollection of building this or who she is. Quite a nice model though. I don't think it's Pokemon, but yeah, I'm quite pleased with how I did the eyes. So yeah, that'll be like late 90s, I reckon. Here, this is, I'm not so keen on what I did with the eyes there. This is a character from Captain Harlock. I know that because that was an anime show my wife was into when she was little. And yeah, she's missing her sword. The problem is with all of these is that these are vinyl kits, and it's not a good idea to put vinyl kits up in the attic, because come the summer, they start warping and bending and falling apart. And Barbara Gordon is a good case in point here. This is the old Horizon Batgirl kit, and yeah, she's gone to pieces. That's one half of her, and that's t'other. This shininess of this plastic, I don't think that colour is meant to be that shiny. I think you get that if you paint straight onto the vinyl without using primer. I've got a feeling I couldn't afford or couldn't be bothered to go out and get any primer. And yeah, so yeah, that's the state of old Babs. This is one of the girls from Bubblegum Crisis, which is a show I used to enjoy a lot. I haven't watched it for a very long time, but she's yeah, in a bad way. Oh dear. And then this one, I remember doing this one, but again, I have no idea who this person is, but it's a nice model. I remember these are the old Citadel metallic paints they used to do. I don't think the green is, or maybe the green is, but the blue and the purple definitely is. But yeah, she's in a bit of a bad way as well. I like her clear visor, and again, I'm pleased with how I did the eyes. Onto the old hardware. I have no memory of doing this. I think the main shape is some sort of like chocolate container, Ferrero Rocher or something like that. I don't remember doing this ship at all. That's a Tamiya bit just there. I don't even know where the Acropolis decal came from. That's Tamiya. I think that's off of a soda siphon or something like that. But yeah, I made this space station out of various bits. I've got that bit there and that bit there. So I think I'll repair this and try and tweak it. Oh, it's rolling away from me. I think I'll have a go at redoing that. This one is curious. Well, it is to me. It's and I'm sure I didn't do a video for it. It might have been that time when, yeah, I couldn't get on this channel, but I'm definitely going to tweak this one, and at the end you'll see just what the genesis of this ship is. All right. Again, it looks a bit of a rush job. I've put some pastelin on, but there's no washes at all or anything. Oh, and there's bits, and I think these are either off of this or the space station, but they're legs off the old 88mm Tamiya kit. But it definitely has a tail section here, which I've got to reattach, right? But I quite like this one. I'll talk about that more when I come back with it repaired. But the last thing is a complete blast from the past. Complete. There is an eyeball eyeing you up of the thing that was in the box. And there's bits everywhere. This, good Lord, this is me sculpting the Black Beast of Argh from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And I can date this to when I did this. I can date this to somewhere between 1993 and 1996, right? And back then, I had no way of course, it's way before the internet. Nowhere locally could I buy either air drying clay or oven-fired clay. There was no Fimo, there was no Das Pronto or anything. So what I would do, and I'll wince about this now, is, oh, another eyeball's fallen out. This is the last time he's ever going to be seen. Weep not. What I did was I sculpted it in plasticine, and then when I was happy with it, I would give a wash of plaster of Paris to kind of like seal it all in and hold it together and give me a surface suitable to put paint on, right? And yeah, this is all that's left of him. The eyes are beads. The hair is some sort of like wire. No idea where I got that from. Doesn't look like paperclip. But yeah, that's what I used to do. And I had the whole Black Beast of Argh, and this is all that's left of him. That bit and 2 eyeballs and a couple of bits of plasticine. But out of this very crude bit of sculpting, I don't know, maybe 5 years later, 6, 7 years later, I've said before, I've done a video just lately on the drone magazines for the FDVMC, and I said in that about how there was a Dr. One's Lab where you could buy, specially created kits, and that is my attempt at a kit. All right, so by that stage, I had worked out that you get Fimo and stuff like this. And what this is a model kit. I sculpted the master in pieces. Then I passed that over to my friend Jason, who was doing all the molds and castings for the club. And yeah, he produced it as a kit. And I was quite pleased with this. It came out quite well. I've also got, I knew it was somewhere, I've still got the original, this is the original A4 piece of paper that I compiled. This is the original instructions, right? Which I then, sent off to Jason, which he would then print out and put with the kit. I was quite pleased with him. I don't know how many it sold. I think one buyer was in Mexico, so at least one of these went to Mexico. All right. So yeah, there's quite a difference, I think, between in those like 5 years. All right, so let's move all these out of the way and let's focus on the space station and the spaceship, and I will return. Okay, so what you've got here are a couple of projects that I think I was making, just bashing stuff out. I had a period of just scratch building stuff, here, there and everywhere. Many projects on the go all at once. Finish one, move on to the next one. I remember that the main shape, this pyramid shape, was a clear Ferrero Rocher container, which, went into my bits box. I've got a feeling that's some sort of a filter off of something, or it's part of a garden hose or something. Tamiya 88mm gun parts there, ditto there. Up top, yeah, a couple of kit pieces, some very noticeable ones from the Saturn V. I think that's a lid off of a pillbox. And yeah, and the missing one is I think that's an egg, a container that a toy was in. All right, and the wire is, yeah, it is wire, it's not solder. So yeah, it's seen better days, and I think these were kind of like rush jobs. Build something and move on. So yeah, it's not the most refined of finishes to it, so I'm looking to repairing it and adding more detail and stuff. All right, so that's the first one, and the second one is this ship. Now, if you're a science fiction model maker, you'll recognize this instantly. It is, of course, a wing from Darth Vader's TIE fighter. All right, and the reason I used that and the reason I did that, this is a complete nod back to my teenage modelling years. If I show you this photo of my old bedroom, you can see a number of recognisable craft, but some that I was, in some cases, just giving them a terrible paint job to convert them. Other times I was splitting them up. So like there, you've got the back half of an eagle, and I used the two little squares at the front of that back half as a cockpit window. So it was like a two-legged little craft. And over there, that's the front half of the eagle, just there, painted red and white, okay? And yeah, I had, you can see up there, that is one, if I turn it that way, you can work it out better, but that is one Darth Vader TIE fighter wing. But down here, tucked in that corner, see it? There's one where I turned the wing up the other way and put a little dome on the top. And I have absolutely no idea what happened to any of these models in this photo. I guess I just threw them away. But back when I was doing these numerous scratch builds, I had it in mind to recreate that. So that's what I've done there with the dome on the top. This is, of course, from a Star Trek kit. That's the bridge off of a Star Trek kit. So it's far more involved than what I did back in, well, I don't know, 79, 80, because that was just like grey and white by the looks of it with a dome up top. So this one's a bit more involved, and I have absolutely no idea what I did on the underside, but I have put things on. But at least with this one, I've done a bit more in the way of pastel weathering. And also, a bit different to the one I did back in the 70s, I gave it a tail, which is broken off. So what I intend to do with this one, again, is just add to it, finally finish it, basically, on both these models, finally finish what I started way back when. We've got some damage I've just noticed here to a decal. So yeah, I'm going to just add to the paint job, maybe add more decals, and yeah, and see if I can finally finish these two. So yeah, the top domes have got some decals. The lower bit has got some others as well. This separate one, now I've put some decals on, I can glue that back in place. And also with the ship, what I've done is I've redone the red. The red was rather blotchy, so I've used a different shade of red, removed that decal that was broken and put on a new one. And yeah, just put some more decals here and there. All right, so everything, I've got to mask up the glossy dome on the top. Going to mask all that up, give both craft a coat of matte varnish to seal that in, lose the glossiness, and then I'll have to go back and redo the metallics. And I want to put on more metallics as well. So I think, yeah, I'll come back once both of them have had that done. I've reassembled the tail, I'll put that dome back on, and I'll come back with everything finished. All right, so Space Station is finished. I've just put in some extra colours that weren't there before, glued everything back together, and I'm happy enough with that. But the main focus is this ship, because yeah, as I say, its origin goes back a long, long way with me. Yeah, I've just gone in and I've redone some of the metallics. I've put chipping all along the front and down and along the side, because this ship does not have landing gear. Okay, so yeah, there it is, all put together. I can remember deliberately when I did this, not painting these panels a different colour. And I think, even though I was young and stupid back in 79, 80, I'd figured that out as well, that if I paint them black, it's going to look exactly like what it is. It still does, doesn't it? But I'm quite pleased with that. That has come out all right. So just a short little video this time, but hopefully you liked it.